Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Ahlam Ahmed Saad, and in today's lesson, which is lesson 5, we're going to be looking at some domestic animals and some body parts. So before I get into this lesson, I want you to comment, like and subscribe, and also put your notifications on so you can get notified whenever we post. So let's get right into this video. So as you can see, we're in lesson 5, and that means مكون الدرس in Saho. So topics for today are body parts, as I mentioned before, and that means روحي كرم in Saho, and domestic animals, which means عري بهايم. So we're going to be looking at these body parts. So I'm going to be telling you what it means in Saho and English as well. So if you want to repeat after me, you can repeat after me. So amo, and that means head. In plural you can say amom, which means heads. So something to do with amo or head is amot lahus, amot waheltam. So that means in English headache. So just headache. So I'm gonna be giving you examples like amo yilhusse. So amo yilhusse. So that means in English I have a headache. So if you have a headache, you can be like, oh, amo yilhusse. Another body part is sun. So sun in English means nose, and in plural it means you can say sanun, and which means noses. So sanun, noses. So something to do with nose is sanune. You can say sanune, and that means in English nosebleed. So sanune is nosebleed. So an example would be sanunse, or sanko bilobahe in English means I have a nosebleed. So if you have a nosebleed, you can say sanunite, or you can say sanko bilobahe. Example 2 is aduru sanunite marige. So aduru sanunite marige means I have never had a nosebleed. I have never had a nosebleed. So another body part is eye, which means inti. So in English is eye, inti, and plural is intit, eyes in English. So intit is eyes in English. So inti, intit, eye, eyes. So something to do with eyes is sif'it. Sif'it means eye infection. An example would be anu sif'ite. So that means I have an eye infection. So if you have an eye infection, you can say to a person, oh, anu sif'ite. So anu sif'ite, that means I have an eye infection. So af is mouth in English. So in plural is afuf, which is mouth in English. So af, afuf, mouth, mouth. So an example for af or mouth is ishi'af alif. Ishi'af alif. So in English that means close your mouth. Close your mouth. So another example would be ishi'af ibir. Ishi'af ibir. So in English that means shut your mouth. So if someone's talking too much, you can just say ishi'af ibir. Ishi'af ibir. So if someone's talking too much, you can just say ishaf ibir. So now we have ukka, and in plural is ukkak, or it. So in some areas they say ukka, and then in some areas they say it. In plural that's itit. So let's look at what it means in English. So عكا means a, and عكاك is in plural. So an example would be عكا مالي or IT مالي. عكا مالي, IT مالي. Plural would be عكا ماليت or IT ماليت. عكا ماليت or IT ماليت. In English, that would be deaf in plural basically, yeah. So here we have dagar, which is collective, and dagarto, so singulative, you know. So in English, that's hair basically. An example is yidagar datam kinni. Yidagar datam kinni. And in English, that means my hair is black. So as you can see, my hair is black. So yidagar datam kinni. Another example is yidagar kudagar kodera. Yidagar kudagar kodera. So in English, that means my hair is longer than yours. So my hair is longer than your hair. So if you have a sister or a brother, you can say, if your hair is longer, you can say yidagar kudagar kodera. So what I'm going to do is now, instead of doing aribahayim, domestic animals, we can look at numbers from 20 to 30, just because that's easier and we're doing step by step. And next lesson we can do domestic animals, and you comment down below what you want me to teach you basically. Yeah. So إنجليزي أرحي سجم كادو ساهو سناقة باكيو أرحي سجم أي كنيم عربي هايم أبنا مهنده كادو لولس لما تناكو صدم فنها بلكنو أما يلل تلا بدرس الد كمان كو عيك لما تنا فنها بلم سبتها لكني. So counting 20 to 30 لولس لما تناكو صدم فنها. Okay. So لما تناكي إنك لما تناكي إنك. Make sure you repeat after me so you can you know how to pronounce it and everything. So لما تناكي إنك in English means, have a guess? 21. So 21. لما تناكي لما in English is 22. So 22. لما تناكي أدح is 23. 23. لما تناكي أفر is 24. 24. لما تناكي كون is 25. 25. لما تناكي لح is 26. 26. لما تناكي ملحن is 27. 27. لما تناكي بحر is 28. 28. لما تناكي سجل is 29. صدم is 30. So to test your memory, I am going to be looking at what we looked at last week, which is the numbers from 10 to 20. Inikanke taman, you should know this, it is 11. So inikanke taman is 11. Make sure you repeat after me as well. Lamanke taman is 12. So 12. Lamanke taman is 12, yeah. Adohanke taman is 13. Afaranke taman is 14. Konanke taman is 15. Lihanke taman is 16. Malhinanke taman is 17. Baharanke taman is 18. Sagalanke taman is obviously 19. لما تنا is 20. So لما تنا 20. So that's the end of this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you go over these videos and, you know, memorize the numbers and the examples, and, you know, practice with your siblings or whatever. And like I said, make sure you subscribe, like, comment. Oh yeah, and comment what you want me to do, what you want me to teach you next lesson, and what you need help with. Yeah, and put your notifications on so you can be notified whenever we post. Bye.
تعليم يا كوسين علامة تعليم يا كوسين علامة